shows you what they're all about. They can try to lock us out, but them losing hundreds of thousands of dollars a day because they don't want to be associated with pro-Palestinian views is a win for us at the end of the day, because it shows us how powerful we are. Looking at their celebrations of colonization and calling it out on a weekend that's meant to celebrate colonization. But they can't have that because it's bad PR for them. Well, guess what? It's worse PR for you to lock out a bunch of people just because they support Palestine.
Turn your body cameras back on!
Cover your face and watch your back.
Yo, this is what they want you to do, y'all. Don't pay on to that. Don't pay on to that. They want you to do that. They want you to stop that. Don't let it stop. Stop.
فلسطين، أنا فلسطينية وأنا جاي هون لفلسطين. I'm here to send a message. لما أنتوا قاعدين بتصيحوا الناس ما بيسمعونا. Please. We want to make our message.
We want to make our message
loud and clear.
loud and clear
To the Board of Trustees.
to the Board of Trustees
Of the American Museum of Natural History.
of the American Museum of Natural History.
They locked us out today.
They locked us out today
Because we support Palestine.
because we support Palestine.
We have a right.
We have a right
To visit our city's institutions.
to visit our city's institutions,
To challenge their colonial history.
to challenge their colonial history.
But because they vilify and demonize.
But because they vilify and demonize
people who support Palestine.
people who support Palestine,
They met us with barricades.
they met us with barricades
As if we were animals.
as if we were animals,
When they are the savage animals.
when they are the savage animals.
Inside of this museum.
Inside of this museum,
They have skulls of colonized people.
they have skulls of colonized people.
So it's normal for them.
So it's normal for them
To put our skulls on display.
to put our skulls on display
As trophies of war.
as trophies of war.
But it's not okay for us.
But it's not okay for us
To educate people about it.
to educate people about it.
But that's no problem.
But that's no problem.
Because everything we were going to talk about
Everything we're going to talk about
is on this paper
is on this paper
that we've been passing out.
that we've been passing out
And that we'll post online.
and that we'll post online.
The American Museum of Natural History is referred to as the Hall of White Supremacy.
It's referred to as the whole of white supremacy
Because it shows you
because it shows you
what they think of the rest of the world.
what they think of the rest of the world.
They orientalize and objectify
They orientalize and objectify
indigenous people in the past.
indigenous people in the past.
They tell history
They tell history
from the point of view
from the point of view
of the colonizers.
of the colonizers.
This museum is a relic of colonization.
It's a relic of colonization.
On this site, many of our struggles and genocides
Many of our struggles and genocide
cohabit and converge. Let us honor our ancestors
let us honor our ancestors
and remember that our martyrs bear witness.
bear witness.
And if we continue the struggle,
If we continue to struggle,
they do not die.
they do not die.
They point us in the right direction.
They point us in the right direction.
To the AMNH,
To the AMNH,
we say, all our genocides are connected.
all our genocides are connected.
And they will haunt the museum.
And they will haunt the museum.
And your archive of stolen human remains,
And your archive of stolen human remains,
skulls and other beings,
souls and other beings,
speak out against genocide.
speak out against
Give
genocide.
us back what you've stolen.
Give us back what you've stolen.
Speak of people in the present.
Speak of people in the present.
And abolish yourself.
And abolish yourself.
They have a whole exhibit
They have a whole exhibit
dedicated to showing Israel
dedicated to showing Israel
as if they just have a normal place in history.
a normal place in history.
Rather than the place
Rather than the place
of colonizers.
of colonizers.
Of people who carried out the Nakba.
Of people who carried out the Nakba.
Of people who carried out the genocide.
Of people who carried out the genocide.
Of the Palestinian people.
Of the Palestinian people.
They also have a Hall of Islam.
The whole of Islam.
This hall presents an extreme othering of Islam.
Extreme othering of Islam.
Seen through a whitewashed colonizer lens.
Seen through a whitewashed colonizer lens.
They are particularly obsessed
They are particularly obsessed
of dehumanizing Muslim women.
of dehumanizing Muslim women.
Who in many Westerners' minds
Who in many Western minds
can only exist
can only exist
within the confines of heteropatriarchy.
within the confines of heteropatriarchy.
But we know that our women in Palestine are just as much as part of the resistance as every freedom fighter. The mother who cooks for her son who's a freedom fighter. The woman who becomes widowed because her husband is defending their kids. Muslim and Arab and Palestinian women are part of the struggle. And this whole fails to recognize the complexities of our culture. This is the same belief that justifies surveillance, drone strikes, and the war on terror. We stand here to make it loud and clear that the relics and celebrations of colonialism have no place in our society, and that we will resist them. To the AMNH, we will be back. You can't shut us out every day. Unless you want to lose another $1 million. Because we can come back at the beginning of the day next time. This museum can fit 20 times the amount of people here. It's huge. So it's not a matter of us being too big. It's a matter of us exposing and humiliating them for their disgusting stand. And we know that many people have protested against this museum in the past. In fact, they had a colonizer statue, a racist statue, removed from in front of the museum after sustained protest. So to the Zionist Board of Trustees, expect us and expect that your exhibit on Israel will continue to be met with resistance. I didn't know that you used to work here. Since you used to work here.
Yes, to be a member, sure.